Okay, morning folks. Welcome to the briefing on Saturday the 22nd. You can normally tell how good the day is going to be by the number of people at the briefing, and it's only 20. Normally it's sort of between 40 and 50 on a good day. Yeah, this was always going to swing one way or the other today. And I was optimistic yesterday that we'd get a reasonable day out of it. Slightly less optimistic just at the moment. We will go flying at some point, but it's going to be a bit hit and miss. So what have we got? Midday chart. This ridge, unfortunately, is a bit too far away. That's going to be going through tonight, so it's going to be lovely overnight. And then the next low pressure winding its way up. But we've got these, what could almost be described as unstable lines and areas, which I think are going to give us some showers later on. Again, hit and miss for most of the day. So the Taffs, Farnborough, between 8 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, 280, 10 knots. Few at 1200, scattered at 2. Getting better, I think, as the day goes on. Prop 30 showers and rain this morning. That's probably going through now. But Prop 40 after sort of 2, 3 o'clock. Showers and rain again, and Top Meteo was suggesting the same sort of thing. Not a lot different for Gatwick and Heathrow, to be honest. So westerly winds on the ground, northwesterly flying heights, most of the areas about 15 knots across us, northwesterly really. Probably not that strong, just about noticeable really. Sat pic shows lots of cloud over us. There are rain showers scattered in those slightly brighter bits in there. And you can see that it is clearing slowly from the west over Wales at the moment. So the optimist in me says, you know, we should get something today. It should get flyable at some point. There's the main band of rain. It's just skimming past us. It's going to miss us. We're going to get odd showers here, some other odd ones here, but hopefully clearing later in the morning. Give us a flyable window and then showers building up as the day goes on a bit later. Temperature wise, it's not about average for year, but it's about average for this month, to be honest, like 14, 15 degrees. So it won't feel warm out there, that's for sure. It's coats and hat weather, unfortunately, folks, especially if we're going to get showers later on. Dew points are quite high, so there's not a great temperature spread. And Top Meteo are predicting that's 11 o'clock, so it should have cleared through by now. Cloud base, 700-800 meters, so hopefully up to 2,000 feet. And then they're suggesting from 2 o'clock onwards, we're starting to see more showers. Probably a sort of weak frontal unstable line coming down over us. Again, if the last few days are anything to go by, they can be hit and miss. You can fly and they go past you one side or the other, or you get sort of completely washed out. It's a lottery, folks. In terms of cloud amounts, quite cloudy to start off with this morning, and you can see that slowly clearing through. So breaking up into cumulus and then showers as we go along. These blobs here are showers, hit and miss, folks. So fingers crossed, should get something today. Cross country wise, I think most of the cross country pilots are probably stayed in bed and have a lie-in. I think that's optimistic, looking at the forecast, but you never know. Right, things to note today. Airspace, first of all. I had a bit of a fright yesterday when I picked up this NOTAM and saw this as a restricted airspace. It's restricted airspace for a helicopter flight, and it's active between 10:30 and 12:35. And when I checked on Sky Demon, what it actually is, it's this corridor here, basically from Farnborough and then down to Portsmouth, and it's a solid wall up to 4,500 feet. So you'd only be able to go across the top of it, where the airspace is at 5.5, realistically. But it's well south of us, folks. It's down over Petersfield in here. Other stuff, Salisbury Plain danger area. Said there's no crossing service at the weekends. And I think that one is today, activity at Old Warden. And that's about it, really, in terms of airspace. I'll talk about movements, because no jets, but we've got PA31 Navo who's coming in. First inbound is 9:15. I've got the radio on now. Then there's an outbound at 10:45, an inbound at 13:15, and an outbound at 14:45. So it's going to be a little bit busy with those popping in and out during the day. And also operationally, you can imagine with the amount of rain we've had in the last week, the grass is pretty grim. So we're going to have a slightly different setup for the launching operation. We're on the runway. We're going to have cables down the north side grass being towed out by the boom, then the gliders winching on the northern part of the main runway, launch point vehicle in the middle, and aerotows from the southern edge of the runway. Still land on the grass, still split circuits, don't cross over. The northern grass will be better than the southern side, but they'll both be fairly soggy. We've just got to live with that, folks. But that's the main difference today. I'm sure there's a number of people on the flying list. We'll have a look and see what it's doing in the next 20 minutes and then think about getting the stuff out if it's not actually going to rain on us. Tomorrow, faint chance of some soaring and a small ridge before the rain gets here. Timings have changed a little bit. I thought it was going to be around about sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Might be a bit earlier than that by the looks of it. So flyable with a bit of soaring, hopefully, before the rain gets here on a southwesterly wind. Right, see you out there, folks.